What up, everybody? Welcome back to Your Fantasy Two Dudes, Fake Balls. Those are two dudes. That's us. I'm Connor Ryan.
I'm Steve Scott, baby.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Welcome back to Your Fantasy. Hopefully, everybody's fantasy football seasons are going well, and everyone's enjoying their season. Though you might not after week 2. That was a rough week for a lot of people. Injury-wise, thoughts and prayers, moments of silence for everybody that took Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley 1 and 2 overall in the draft. That sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, that's some serious pain there. I was hoping to get the first or second pick this year in a few of my drafts, and I am thankful I didn't now.
Yep, that's boy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that because that is rough. That is that's a tough break for you there, as well as don't forget the people I also took Michael Thomas in the first round. Sorry.
Or kept him.
Or kept him. You're right. I mean, there's some big-time injuries. If you were the first person to take a defense off the board and you went with the San Francisco 49ers, again, rest in peace to you. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any others. Any Jimmy Garoppolo believers out there? Sorry. There was just a lot of injuries and to some high profile names, and it just it sucks. I'm sorry to hear it for you guys.
You know, it was like a war zone on Red Zone this week. Every 10 seconds, someone was getting hurt. You know, you'd pop on, and I would leave the room. I'd come back, and like someone else would be hurt. Be like, man, what is going on today? So
yeah, yep. I mean, you usually turn to Red Zone to enjoy touchdowns and big plays, and this week we were just getting treated to torn ACLs left and right. So what a shame, but we are presented by Couch Guys Sports. Again, sorry for last week. We did not get the episode out. We recorded one, and then we found out after we started editing it that the final minute and a half was recorded instead of like the other 25 minutes of content that we brought you guys. So
we should put that out, though. We should put that out just for the people, you know?
I don't have the episode, though. It's lost forever in the annals of internet history.
But that minute and a half. I think
the minute and a half? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll look into it.
Yeah, throw them out there, you know, outtake.
Yeah, just so they can have it. But again, we're presented by Couch Guys Sports. Go check out couchguysports.com. Plenty of other YouTube shows. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I think it's like over there.
You just give it a poke
on your screen. Give it a poke. Subscribe to Couch Guys Sports YouTube page. Check out couchguysports.com, blogs, podcasts, everything, as well as merch. Big old merch, T-shirts, backpacks, hats, tank tops, whatever. It's all there. Sweatpants, I think I saw there were sweatpants. So,
underwear? It should be underwear. If there isn't, there is a massive missed opportunity. Shout out Quags. Come on, guy. Give us some underwear.
Come on, let's go. Let's get some underwear on there. That's what that's what they are begging for. Everyone has T-shirts. Not enough underwear out in the world that says Couch Guy Sports on it. So let's get it cracking, Quags. Almost like Pags. Wow. Shout out Pags.
Shout out Pags. I was going to give a big old shout out to Pags too. He's episode, and his league is really pissing me off. I lost again, and you know what? It's on Yahoo, and they have little update things or like recaps. 2 weeks in a row, I have an A+ team rating. Hold on, I want to tell you how many points I had. Ready? I lost. I always thought I was in the clear. I had 160 points. Whoever this guy is, bend over and Goff. Who's it? Oh, it's Evan. He didn't even start Jared Goff. He had 180 points. Look at. Let's see view matchup. A+.
Wow.
Look at. Ready. We both had A+. We both outperformed what we're supposed to do. This league drives me nuts. I have every, everybody has their own little league that they like want to win. I don't even care about my own league as much as I care about winning Pags' league, and I can't win it. I'm like cursed. I tried hard. That's all. Thank you, Pags. Shout out Pags.
Yeah, tough week for Steve because Steve and I actually went up head to head this past week too in our Ultimate League, and yours truly over here came out victorious, 119 to 106. Mostly carrying the way for me, though, was Dak Prescott with 42 points. I mean, I think there was a lot of people last week who had Dak Prescott. If you didn't win with Dak Prescott on your team blows. I'm just telling you that right now. I mean,
Big time, yeah. I agree.
If anyone who had Dak Prescott last week and or Aaron Jones basically should have came with a win. I believe our own president at Couch Guy Sports, Nick Qualia, in the Couch Guy Sports League has both of them, both Aaron Jones and Dak Prescott,
Yikes.
which is just unholy, unfair for week 2, which in the Couch Guy Sports League as well. I just broke it down with Steve. I lost by 4 freaking points. I have the second most points scored against me through 2 weeks. I lost by 4 points because my opponent had Jared Cook on Monday Night Football, who had 2 catches for 13 yards and, a touchdown. Fuck. I mean, come on.
That touchdown.
Jesus.
That's the thing with touchdown vultures. They, like J.K. Dobbins in week 1 there. I mean, The guy just all he had was touchdowns, and that was a difference maker for a lot of people. Jared Cook gave you the old J.K. Dobbins.
Yep.
Just not good. I mean, good for me.
For you, but not for everybody.
Yeah.
But you know what? Unfortunately, that's just the way of fantasy sports. And for a lot of us, we're either 2-0 or 0-2. Some of us at 1-1. But it leads to plenty of overreactions. We had done this last week, but like I said, the episode is now forever lost. It's floating around space somewhere, but not here. So let's go through our overreactions through the first 2 weeks of the fantasy football season. My first overreaction, which I said last week, and then especially after the week 2 performance he put on, I think might just be fact at this point. Cam Newton will finish as a top 5 fantasy quarterback in 2020. He was, I thought he was great against Miami. He was really good. And then he was just like otherworldly incredible against Seattle this past Sunday night, throwing for over almost 400 yards, rushing for a few touchdowns. Outside of the last play of the game for New England, where he got stuffed at the goal line, Seattle did not stop that play all night long. And I'm sure New England's going to keep running that play all season long because it's I don't know if you can stop it. It's unstoppable. So I feel very confident in that overreaction. Cam Newton, top 5 fantasy quarterback this year.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful take. I love that take. I think Cam, I love what I saw in real life. And, he's putting up the counting numbers. He can run. He's throwing that ball with some serious zip. I was saying in the Small State Big Taste last night that I think he threw that ball to Edelman before that final play there. I think he threw it too hard, and that was the reason that Edelman couldn't catch it. I think, and that was the difference between a win and a loss. But
I was going to say everybody was like on Cam's case or like on Edelman's case for that catch, but I'm like, even if he gets his hands on it, that was a tough play. There's no guarantee he's hauling that in for a touchdown. And like you said, that was a hard thrown ball by Cam. So
I think it was. I think it was like that thing was like solid 70 miles an hour. I'd say that thing was.
That was a Tim Wakefield fastball right there.
Yeah, that thing's blazing. Doug Marabelli would have had that catch. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Put Doug Marabelli in the slot. That's actually,
soft hands.
Yeah,
soft hands of Dougie Marabelli. What's your overreaction, Steve?
All right, overreaction. Last week, what I say? I think my overreaction last week was that Miles Sanders was dead, but I was massively wrong.
Yeah,
massively wrong. So you know what? This one's for you. My overreaction this week and going forward, maybe for the rest of forever, is that Daniel Jones fucking sucks. It's over. Put a fork in him. I'm sick of hearing, maybe Daniel Jones is good. Daniel Jones, don't worry. He gained 40 pounds of muscle. His wang's so big, I just can't believe it. I don't care. He's wearing Couch Guy sponsor shorts and he's looking so good. And when it was, I don't care. Daniel Jones sucks. Will always suck. Joe Judge, I don't know a damn thing about him other than he was a Patriots, whatever he did. I don't care about the coaching for the Giants. They suck. The Giants suck. I'm happy they suck. But Daniel Jones, get the hell out of here. Sit and rotate.
I said it. I think I might be wrong on the Daniel Jones will have a better season than Josh Allen because Daniel Jones so far this year, 2 touchdowns to 2 interceptions or 3 interceptions and a fumble. So 2 TDs to 4 turnovers. That's not very good. The guy still has a turnover problem, and without Saquon Barkley, it's not going to make it any easier of a time for Danny Jones. Whereas on the other end, Josh Allen, I mean, he is right so far through 2 games, proving the doubters wrong with back-to-back 300-plus yard games, which I heard was the first time a Buffalo Bills quarterback has thrown for back-to-back 300-yard games since Drew frickin' Bledsoe. That was a long time ago, folks. I hadn't even hit puberty at that point yet. So that's a quite an accomplishment for a Buffalo quarterback. The first week against the Jets, I was like, all right, like, so what? The guy had a great game. It's the fucking New York Jets. Who gives a shit? But week 2 in Miami against Miami Dolphins team that I don't think is as bad as people think, especially under Brian Flores. I think he's got a decent defense there. And he lit him up for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. And the connection between him and Stephon Diggs seems to be like the absolute real deal, you know? So, wow, watch out. Josh Allen.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. That made my day. You know, I feel like most of my life on Twitter is me defending Josh Allen or saying things. And this has been going on for a while now. But I think all this Josh Allen love and ass kissing from me is finally, you know, coming to prosper. I mean, I can't believe that Josh Allen, I mean, I can believe, of course I can believe, Josh Allen is doing exactly what I said. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, this is just the coolest shit ever. Josh Allen, I love everything about his game. And I don't see him slowing down. I can just see him just being a very, very good player, and possibly an MVP, maybe even this year. I think we said it in our first episode. I said my top 3 quarterbacks, my top 3 were Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen. I meant that from the bottom of my soul. But you know what? You never know, man. Josh Allen might go up higher than number 3. How about that one? I love Josh Allen with a undying passion of 1,000 suns. Yeah, hell yeah, Josh Allen.
Congrats. Yeah, he's having a great year. Let's see. My second overreaction, Calvin Ridley, in the end, will in fact keep having and in full have a better season than Julio Jones.
I like that take.
Yeah, he's right now in my PPR league, like I said, for Couch Guy Sports, he's the number 1 wide receiver by like 15 points over DeAndre Hopkins. Julio Jones, for some strange reason, even though the guy's like 6'6" and 250 pounds, I mean, he's just built like a tank. Dude can't get any touchdowns. I don't understand what it is, but like when Falcons get into the red zone, Julio Jones disappears. He can have all the catches in the world he wants. He can have all the yards that he can ever get. But for some reason, touchdowns for Julio Jones are just like finding the holy grail. So whereas Calvin Ridley, I mean, I get it. It's 2 huge games back to back, but he has four touchdowns so far. But he's I think you said, Steve, at the beginning that Calvin Ridley was kind of a guy to look for, and I mean, he's really coming to fruition here. He's been completely dominant. And he's been so far, I mean, Matt Ryan's go-to guy. Yeah,
I don't know what episode it was, but I said for him, we're doing awards, and I think we said a guy that will be on everyone's team that wins the championship, because he was a guy that people drafted, you know, probably 5th, 6th round, maybe. He was not on the draft boards very high, but I mean, he had the talent coming into this year. Obviously was the number 2 receiver to Julio, but I mean, he's stepping up to the point where he's like the number 1 guy. He's got the God-given talent. The guy can catch everything. He stepped up last year when Sanu was dealt, Hooper was hurt. The Falcons are a pass-happy offense still. Matt Ryan, I mean, as much as the Falcons suck and they always blow it, Matt Ryan puts up numbers. The guy's he's slinging it. And you know what? I hate Matt Ryan. Like, I mean, I like Matt Ryan. As a person, I'm sure he's a good guy. I have him in the Ultimate League that we're in, and that was by proxy, man. It's the last guy I wanted to be my quarterback. I wanted Josh Allen, and I hyped him up so much. Evan took him like 6 rounds before he should have. Anyway, sorry, I digress. But Matt Ryan to Calvin Ridley, I think for the rest of the year and for a while will be a great hookup. So Calvin Ridley, yeah, he's looking great.
Yep, I'm a big fan of Calvin Ridley. All right, Steve, what's your last overreaction through the first 2 weeks?
Let's see. My second overreaction. Let's see. My overreaction is that Gronk is really done. Like,
okay.
like, you know what? That might be a fact. Like that's how certain I am of it. Because I don't know if it's a overreaction. I think it's just really happening right before our eyes. And it's not even like, I mean, he's been, the guy was retired last year. I mean, just give it up, man. Like it's all right. It's all right. We'll watch you just fade into the sunset. I won't cry. I promise. Just go. Just be an announcer on Fox or whatever, Fox Sports.
Yeah. The dude looks like he's a wrestler trying to play football. That's what it is,
Right.
So,
and not even
sorry,
a good wrestler.
Gronk.
He looks like Scotty Too Hotty out there. He's not like
right.
He's not even like Stone Cold. He's not like The Rock. He looks like fucking, I don't know, The Big Show. No, he doesn't look like The Big Show. He looks like, I don't know. Yeah, Scotty Too Hotty's a good one. Gronky Too Hotty.
Do you know where you're going with this one?
No. I was trying to think of a skinny. Gronk looks so skinny now. He doesn't look like he's muscly anymore.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I don't know. He just looks slow to me. Like he goes down on the first tackle now. He's just,
yeah.
He used to like break tackles. He used to be the guy that nobody could bring down. Now he's just kind of like, whatever. So, you know what, Steve? Let's have a little fun here. Let's play a little buy or sell for some potential early breakout candidates in fantasy football. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw a name out there for you. You're going to tell me if you are buying or selling that this guy is actually going to be on the up and up, or if it's just, you know what, he's been hot for 2 weeks, but don't try to go out and overspend for this guy. Maybe throw in a few people that might take over for our injury guys like Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey, etc. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's start off with a guy that I tweeted out should be on your roster for fantasy football on Sunday, and that is quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Gardner Minshew. Are you buying or selling Gardner Minshew this year?
I am buying him right now. I'm into it. As far as a QB1, no thank you. I mean, I think there's a lot of better options if you're in a 10 to 12 person league. But if you're scratching, like maybe if Drew Brees is your quarterback and you want a little change, I might consider Gardner Minshew. And you know what? Maybe things turn out where Minshew ends up being a QB1. But for now, I say bye. How about you?
I say bye just because I like what he's been doing. And I feel like Jacksonville has some really sneaky good wide receivers. They have Keelan Cole, DJ Chark, and then they added Laviska Shenault, who's another guy that I'm buying. And Shenault, let's see, through 2 games so far, has 6 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. I think he also has some rushing yards as well. So Jaguars have done a great job of just getting the ball in that rookie's hands. So I'm in on Jacksonville's offense. I like them a little bit. They've been able to put up some points, and they did so this past weekend against a pretty good Titans defense. So
yeah.
I'm kind of in on Gardner Minshew. Plus, he's just a fun guy to have. So, what about the guy playing against the Jaguars last week and just absolutely lit them up from his tight end position? Jonnu Smith, who is having a pretty big year already. He broke out really big last week against the Jaguars with 2 touchdowns and 84 yards and 4 catches. But on the season, 8 catches, 120 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Tennessee Titans. At tight end, Jonnu Smith, buying or selling that?
I am going to buy Jonnu Smith too. I think he's got good chemistry with Tannehill. And I think Tannehill, he is kind of like a guy that's like set in his ways, at least in my opinion. I don't really know Tannehill, his game.
You don't know as a person?
No, I mean, I'd like to. I'd be great. I'd love to be his friend, even though I think he's not that great of a quarterback. But I think that when he finds a guy, I think like last year it was what's his face, AJ Brown. I think this year it might be Jonnu Smith, and I think Jonnu Smith is up for the task. He's like, I don't know what happened to Delaney Walker if he's still around, but Jonnu Smith I think has that role. If you have a tight end spot that needs to be filled, Jonnu Smith's the guy to have. I'm buying it.
Okay, all right, yeah, I am too. I mean, I don't know. I think Tannehill has some guys that he just absolutely loves, so I'm going with. I'm fine with Jonnu Smith. Tannehill just seems like the guy that's always in the need of a like safety valve tight end.
Right.
Which of these 2 running backs, now that Cam Akers I think is injured this week, but which of these 2 running backs for the Los Angeles Rams are you buying, Steve? Malcolm Brown or Darrell Henderson?
This is painful for me because last week I was all in on Malcolm Brown. I was like, oh, obviously it's going to be Malcolm Brown. However, after watching a little bit of that game the other day, Darrell Henderson looks like the guy. He looks like the guy that will be their running back of the future. Malcolm Brown was definitely a stopgap, but I always feel like those kind of guys that will get the immediate, dividends of a player getting hurt. But as far as the rest of the year, now I saw Malcolm Brown's got a pinky injury. I think Darrell Henderson will be getting most of those reps, and Henderson's the guy I'm going with. I have a claim on him in our league, and hopefully no one takes him. I'm going to freak out if I don't get him. All right, how about you?
All right. I don't know. It's the Rams. I think they can go back and forth. I really don't want to buy either one because if I asked you this last week, you're saying it's Malcolm Brown 100%.
Yeah.
And now this week it's Darrell Henderson. And if Cam Akers had stayed healthy, maybe it's him the next week. So
yeah.
I think the Rams are literally just running back by committee, rotation, and go with the hot hand. So I don't know. I don't feel comfortable saying which one way or the other I would want to buy or sell those two guys. What about the guy that was just signed today by the New York Giants? 1-year deal, basically a replacement for Saquon Barkley. Do you have any faith in Devontae Freeman anymore?
I do. I do have a little bit of faith in him. I don't by any means expect him to come in and light it up right now, at least for a few weeks. But I mean, he's worth an ad in a league. I would not be starting him anytime soon, and I wouldn't start him until after I see him do something spectacular. Even if they say he's the starter, I still wouldn't start him yet because I don't know. He's been iffy for a while. He flat out sucked last year in fantasy, and I mean if he's getting the carries, because I think that the Giants obviously run a very run heavy offense with Saquon, but I don't know. He might be worth it. He's worth adding at least. That's how I feel about Freeman.
I kind of agree, just because of the name. I mean, it's worth just kicking the tires on, seeing if there's anything there. So, might take him a couple of weeks to really get into the offense. I think Dion Lewis is probably your safest play next week, but I would say between the two guys there, buy or sell Dion Lewis or Devontae Freeman. It's probably Freeman over Lewis, right?
That you'd buy Freeman over.
Yeah. Like if you had to hitch your horse to a guy for the next 14 weeks of fantasy football as the New York Giants running back, are you going with Devontae Freeman or Dion Lewis?
Ooh, you know what? How about this? I think neither of them will last the rest of the year. I think by the end they'll have like some guy off the street, like again.
Or there's Wayne Gallman.
Wait, yeah, I think Wayne Gallman ends up with the job.
Wow.
Eventually,
so you're buying Wayne Gallman.
How about that? Yeah.
Interesting.
What a jig that was. But out of Freeman versus Lewis, I think I'd go Lewis. How about that one?
Wow. Okay. All right. I figured Devonta Freeman, but all right. Dion Lewis for Steve. Mm-hmm. What about a rookie that saw his first play this past weekend? Justin Herbert, you buying or selling what he showed you against the Chiefs?
Oh, I like it a lot. I like Justin Herbert a lot, what I saw. But what I didn't like was Anthony Lynn's comments.
What the hell's his problem?
Yeah, he's a hater, huh? What's that about? Hey, you know what? Coaches have been pretty critical, it seems, of the quarterbacks. Bruce Arians, now Anthony Lynn. What's
your top 10 draft pick quarterback had a great game, and you're going to be like, oh, he's a backup for a reason. Like, no, like give him – isn't that the plan? Like if he comes out and shows out like that, especially being told 2 seconds before kickoff, hey, by the way, you're playing, shouldn't that be like celebrated? Like, wow, he did a great job instead of like, he's a backup for a reason. Tyrod Taylor, like – I think I saw something that said like Tyrod Taylor has like 2 300-yard passing games in his career. Herbert's already got 1. Like I'm sorry, Tyrod Taylor is what he is. Like he's a mediocre quarterback.
Right.
He's not a guy that can take you to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs. We already know that. The book has been out on Tyrod Taylor. There's nothing new to learn about Tyrod Taylor. I don't get it.
It's obvious. I don't know. That was weird. I didn't like that.
Either Tyrod Taylor's like the nicest guy in the world and people hate to bench him, or he's actually like a psychopath that blackmails people and has so much dirt on everybody that they're like, I can't bench this guy or he's going to, come out and he's going to like ruin my career. I don't know, but
it could be. I
mean, Jesus, the guy has like so many chances, so many places. And it's just like, we know what he is now. It's not a sustainable starting quarterback. All right, last buy or sell. We're gonna kick it to our New England Patriots for this last one. Nikhil Harry. Are you buying or selling Nikhil Harry?
I am buying Nikhil Harry. I wish I drafted him. I love how he looked. He was catching the ball. That was the big thing. He was holding on to that ball. He was getting hit. He got cranked. I don't know who was that.
Yeah.
That Diggs guy, right on the Seahawks.
Yep.
I never heard of that guy prior to that game, but is he somebody that Diggs guy? I don't even.
He's a rookie.
Okay,
from Alabama. Right. So.
Oh yeah, Roll Tide. Psych. Sorry, Lindsey Bond, who's not listening. Yeah, Nikhil Harry was holding on to the ball. He looked great. I'm into it. I think Cam likes him a lot. Cam's got a thing going with him and Demir Bird there.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I like Nikhil Harry. I'm buying him. How about you?
I am. Maybe not for this year, but I would definitely – he's a guy that I'd keep an eye on, and then I'd keep him in my thoughts for drafts next year if Cam comes back or unless Cam starts looking for him in the red zone.
Yeah.
Big body like that should be a help in the red zone, but he's yet to find the end zone this season. So if he can start doing that on a little more consistent basis, then, buy up Nikhil Harry as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because, this week, 8 catches on 12 targets for 72 yards. So he saw a healthy amount of passes go his way. Cam Newton likes him. It's funny to see how Tom Brady treated Nikhil Harry compared to Cam Newton. That's
true.
So I know Tom was kind of a jackass to Nikhil, and Cam's been like a big brother to him. So
in retrospect, I wonder how Chad Jackson would have been if Cam was the QB for him at age 12 or whatever he would have been.
Chad Jackson, Bethel Johnson, right. Aaron Dobson, Brian Timms.
Yep.
There's a lot of them. Tequan Underwood. Underwood would be a stud if it was.
Oh, my
Cam
God.
Newton was a Patriot his whole career.
That's for sure.
All right. Time to wrap up this week's episode, Steve, with Suckas of the Week.
All right. My sucker of the week, he's already been mentioned, and I'm sorry to bring it up one last time, but he's that much of a sucker. It is Daniel Jones. I just love rehashing it. Daniel Jones, just jam it, guy. Just jam it. Just jam it. Daniel Jones, gotta go. I'm trying to think of another sucker for you. Do you have a sucker ready to go?
Yeah, my sucker of the week is a guy that was on one of my teams, and he dropped a big-time possible touchdown catch, which I'm just thinking now would have won me my matchup had he held it in because he was open and it hit him right in the hands, the worst spot to throw it to a receiver. And that is Julio Jones this past week. What a rough week. 2 catches on 24 yards for 4 targets against the Dallas freaking Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who, last I checked, do not have a good secondary, do not have a good defense. Calvin Ridley torched him. The Gage wide receiver for the Falcons torched him. And somehow you're going to try to tell me one of the best receivers of the last decade, Julio Jones, could only get 2 catches on 24 goddamn yards against the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, when he dropped that touchdown pass, all of us Julio Jones owners were screaming into our pillows. And that was certainly the case. I took him in the second round over a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for taking Julio Jones. I'm a complete sucker. And we all are. For anyone who drafted Julio Jones, that was a rough week for you because he's a guy you just plug in every week. You never think about taking him out of your starting lineup, and when he throws you a dud like that, it's just like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you for real? Just are you doing this to me right now? Like, come on.
It was purpose. So, do you think is he redeeming though? Is he going to be okay next week? You think?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to start him again. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Just a sucker this week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a sucker performance. Sure.
Yeah. He was a sucker. So yeah. All right. There you go, folks. That is our episode 4.
Wait, do you have a winner? You have a winner of the week?
Oh, do I have a winner of the week?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Who's your winner?
My winner of the week is Jonathan Taylor. Guy had 26 carries, 101 yards, touchdown, 2 receptions for 9 yards. Didn't matter, but things looking up. Everything's trending his way. And then I saw a guy that we talked about last week in the episode, the Lost episode, Nyheim Hines, did not do much. However, the other running back there, what's his name? Shit.
Not Marlon Mack.
Nope. One more. Jordan something.
Hines, Taylor. Oh, I don't know.
Jordan Walkman. Oh shit. I don't know. Sorry, whoever's listening to this. That guy had more carries than Hines. So what I saw out of that, Jonathan Taylor's gonna get pounded into the dirt, and from there it's uncertain for the Colts there. So Jonathan Taylor is the winner. All right, how about you?
All right, which by the way, that was Quag's team. His top 3 scores: Aaron Jones with 45, Dak Prescott 42, Jonathan Taylor 19. So if you want to Jesus, Quag's just destroyed last week. You know what? My winner of the week, Tyler Higbee. You and I kind of talked crap about him before the season. We were like, we don't believe in this guy. We don't think he's going to do that great. He is quickly shutting us up. Tyler Higbee is going off early in the season here. He had 3 touchdowns last week. He's a tight end number 1. He is turning into an elite tight end, and I don't think it's slowing down anytime soon. I mean, Jared Goff and the Rams offense just kind of relies around Tyler Higbee. Really, that whole receiving core for the Rams is just absolutely incredible when you really sit down and think about it. So,
yeah.
Tyler Higbee, though, he's my winner of the week. We talk crap about him, and he is shutting us up very quickly.
I like it.
Yep. So that will do it for us for this episode. I think it's episode 4.5, since we have that lost episode out there.
True.
But episode 4.5. Did we ever decide, Steve, or should we announce it here? Are we going live on Sundays?
I'll do it. What time are you thinking?
You know what? I'm down for it too. I don't know what time we'll announce it, but stay tuned because we're going to start doing live shows on Sundays before kickoff. Getting a lot of good traction out of the just putting out tweets saying, give us your lineup changes. And we're getting a lot of feedback on that on Twitter. So we're going to try to do it on here. So stay tuned and watch our shows live on Sundays. We'll announce the time on Twitter later and get those lineup questions ready to go because we'll be on here to answer them live for you before kickoff on Sunday. So again, stay tuned for that time. But
can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Maybe we do it at like noon, like right before the first, an hour worth of
noon Eastern.
Yeah.
At least get on there early enough for people that, exactly. So, but no, that's episode 4.5. Stick around and check out our Twitter at @yourfantasy_CGS Couch Guy Sports, as we'll announce what time we'll be going live for you and to get your questions in. But that is episode 4.5. Your Fantasy, 2 dudes, fake balls. I'm Connor Ryan.
I'm Steve Scott.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.